In this video, I will be going over one of the most common mistakes offlaners in the 2K MMR bracket are making. Since this coaching session, this student has climbed almost 1000 MMR by changing this one thing. What about your early
But it's not.
items? Like your
Okay,
starting.
what you see right now, I think, is pretty typical. Like you've got the components to build into the bracer, the components to build into the wand, the quelling blade.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Um,
do you buy stick early on ever or no?
Generally, that's pretty early on. Like I'm probably completing the bracer with that first 200 gold, and then probably completing the stick after that.
I think you should start buying stick literally at the start. Like for example, I don't think this hero needs calling blade, but I don't think you need the circlet. What you do need is, like for example, when you play this lane, they're always gonna use spells to do damage to you. He's gonna press Iron Spike on you, Mana Drain on you. She's gonna press Mystic Snake on you. You're gonna get stick charges. Now, obviously, when you're playing versus a hero like Lion, you need mana regen, right? So I
Yeah,
would probably skip Bracer here as well. My build would be something like, at the start I'll probably have maybe double gauntlet. If not, it's probably gonna be a single gauntlet, stick, no quelling blade, no circlet, and with that build I can go in lane and I can just sustain myself with the stick. And you don't even have to
Okay.
upgrade the stick. You can just keep using it every time. You have like a lot of stick charges and you feel like your HP is low, because your early items matter a lot, especially because you're not getting like 500 600 gold per minute at this point of the game, so you're not gonna get items that quickly. So if you buy the wrong items, then you're screwed, kind of like you're gonna lose the
Yeah,
lane.
yeah.
Most of the lanes are lost because of the early items. So yeah, here you definitely need to go, like you need to start buying stick if you can. And I would also buy Soul Ring in this lane, mainly because I need to constantly spam my E, right? Soul Ring gels well with Tide because you're gonna get the mask anyway, right? So you're gonna keep healing up. So Soul Ring doesn't really hurt your hero. And also the fact that you're gonna be playing against Lion, so you always need that extra bit of mana to just press your buttons.
Okay.
So try to implement that. Like Bracer is fine and all, but Bracer doesn't really do much at this point. It's good stats, but I feel like you have enough already with this hero. Okay, now comes the laning phase. Okay. You're pushing the lane in. Okay. Okay, so there's like one thing that you're doing very wrong, which is, so when you play versus range heroes, they can freely attack you as much as they want, and when you're a melee hero, right? So
Yeah.
and you don't want that to happen. Like for example, I would not push this lane in. Like my goal, like I just want to ask you something. Where do you think the lane is like the safest for you? And like
Back at my tower.
back at your tower, right? So you need to figure out how to bring that wave there. How can you do that?
Uh, Creep drag to my range.
Yeah. So ideally, it's just like when you see the wave like this, you wanna like here. It's fine to just hit this guy or whatever, and you press your E. It's fine. Yeah, but now you just want to aggro backwards. Bring these creeps here. Get a free range
And
deny.
do that immediately.
And then do that. And
Okay.
get the range deny and then bring them here and then stop the wave here. Pushing this wave is not going to help you. And ideally, it's just like, it also just fucks up the enemy hero, right? Like, pushing this wave into Adusa might be a bit bad for her because it's like, it's like hard to see us in the tower, but I don't think she has a problem. And then the other thing is that when the wave is here, right? You don't have to go to the wave because now she can freely attack you without aggroing creeps. Like she's gonna constantly right click you again and again because you're hitting. So one thing is that there's like three things in the lane: last hits, denies, and harassing the enemy. Right? These are the three things that you need to like kind of focus on in the lane. That's pretty much usually it. And your priority is the same as this. So first priority is last hit, second is denies, and third is harassing the enemy. So a hero like Tide cannot exactly harass range heroes that easily. So that means that you're almost never going to click them. So your goal in this lane is that I have no kill potential on this Medusa. This Medusa has no kill potential on me. So what should I be doing? Like, what is my plan in this lane? I should just be farming, right? That's all I need to do,
Yeah.
right? So you need to just farm in a way where you don't take damage. Always remember. Like, when you, like, if this guy is standing here, and you aggro these creeps backwards here, she cannot do anything to you. Why? Because she's gonna have these 3 creeps on her face. And she has to address these 3 creeps, otherwise she's gonna miss the last hit. She cannot just ignore them and keep hitting you. Right now she can keep hitting you. Why? Because there's nothing that he wants to last hit, there's nothing that he wants to deny. Essentially, when you're clicking these creeps, you're also doing nothing. You don't have to keep clicking them. You can just keep like you see you lost most of your HP right here. You got first blood and whatever, but look at this. Your HP is so low. And you need to constantly keep aggroing. Like for example, so far you've not aggroed at all. And now your HP is so low and the wave's pushing into you and you don't have regen, so you're gonna feel bad. And then another thing again. So aggro isn't just to bring the wave back. Aggro is literally the singlest best mechanic in this game. Because it allows you to play in situations where you otherwise couldn't. Like for example, you see the wave like this, right? And you know that if you approach the wave, you could get cooked for it, right? This guy has Mystic Snake, and if she uses it well, it has 3 bounces, right? You could potentially die here. So you want to stay away from them, right? That's the goal. But also be able to last it. So in this case here, you just stand here and you aggro these creeps here. Do you think they can pressure you here? No, because you have a shield. This is a shield if you think about it. These creeps are your shield. If there are no creeps here and then you aggro, you're gonna get cooked for it. Like here, when this guy stuns, this Dusa can press Snake on the range creep and you're dead. Right? But she's not good enough to do that. Like, your idea of the game is just like, even here, it's just like there's no reason for you to do this if you think about it, right? It's like, yeah, I'm like, why do we need to move into a million amount of creeps and take damage from them? It doesn't make any sense, right? We can just last hit them when they're at the last hit range. But here, we're just taking free damage. Look. And of course, when you're going to play the lane with this much HP and you have no regen, you're going to lose the lane. Now, if this NP leaves, of course you cannot play. It's impossible. Right? But this is like, you could say, a result of different things. Right? If you just aggro backwards and not take free damage from them, then we're fine, right? We're going to be full HP, full mana here, and we can do whatever we want. But now we're just like, we can't approach the wave, and we cannot play. Right? Because we just don't have any HP. Don't have any mana. And the thing is, NP here cannot do anything to help you. Because he's like, okay, what the fuck do I do here? This guy's low HP, low mana. What am I gonna do here? So in this case, let's just say you're full HP, full mana, and this guy still leaves. You're still fine. You can just like, go here, aggro these cubes backwards, aggro them again, keep bringing them here. If they're not letting you do that, you can go here and cut this next wave. And bring it like from here, you can cut this next wave. Bring it like this, behind here. And then the next wave will also come to you. But right now you cannot do anything because you just don't have any HP. You don't have any mana. And then you die. You see, like also another thing. So if you had stick early on, right? You probably would have 10 stick charges by now. And you could use them to just have mana and HP to sustain yourself.
Yeah,
so a bunch of different things, right? That would just make this. It's a bunch of different things that would make this lane really well. The thing is, safe lane, like carry laning and offlane laning is kind of similar. It's very similar. Like your goal is to maintain the creep equilibrium in a place where it's safer for you and harder for them, which is like here. Their goal is to maintain the creep equilibrium here, so it's like harder for you. So any good offlaner understands that, and they're just gonna always aggro the creeps backwards again and again and bring the wave here. Especially if it's a bad lane. If you can do that successfully, then you will win every lane. Like, so far right now, you haven't aggroed a single time in 4 minutes, right? And that's like the most broken mechanic in this game.
Okay.
So you need to like aggro as much as you can. Aggro can be used for a bunch of different things. But in most cases, aggro is used to bring the wave from an uncomfortable position to a comfortable position. Okay? Like for example,
Absolutely.
For example, I'm chilling here on this range creep. I know they can't hit me. And now the wave is here somewhere, right? If I walk up to the wave, obviously that's uncomfortable position. I don't want to be there. So I'll just bring the wave to my comfortable position, right? Why do I have to go inside and take free damage, right? It doesn't make any sense. So I'll just do that. And if I keep doing that, well, then it's easy. Then all of these lanes are easy. Like when you see the situation, it's like, okay, yeah, they're like, I have a free wave. Right now, you don't really have to do anything. This is like a very bad go. It's very for simple reasons. This is a bad go. What do you think? Why is this a bad go?
It's unnecessary.
I mean, why is
And
it
it's gonna
unnecessary?
cost me
Why is it unnecessary? What do you think?
because we can't actually kill him.
I mean, you could probably kill him, but then there's a problem of like there's like so many creeps. So this is not
Right. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like
yeah
they're all pushing in. And
yeah.
there's nothing that we've got.
So if you do the same move after this wave is dead, there's a higher chance of it working. Like right now, when you go here, this NP is getting zoned out. Why? Because he has a lot of creeps on him. If this NP doesn't get zoned out, you guys would kill him. But now it's just like, okay, you're doing this, you're missing creeps, and you're losing all of your HP at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
No reason to do this. And now again, we have no HP, and we have no, what do you call it? We have no region, right? So the situation is very dire. What makes Dota fun to play? For me, at least, it's when I get better at the game. If you are less than Immortal rank, I guarantee you that you are making some major mistakes which are obstructing your gameplay. And I can help you fix those mistakes like I have for this student. I like to work with students long term, which is why I offer a coaching package where I help you until you hit Immortal. There's currently a huge sale going on. If you're interested, you can check it out at PainDota.com or join my Discord linked in the description.
Yeah.
And now they're pulling and things. Okay, your focus is always creeps. Creeps are always the first focus. No matter what happens, you're always playing for the creeps. Like even here, why is he just allowed to attack you like this? Think about it. Because okay, so when the wave is here, usually this is like fine because we would have full HP. But right now we don't have full HP. We don't have full mana, right? This is the uncomfortable position. This is comfortable position. You need to aggro these here, where this guy cannot do anything to you. You need to aggro the creeps to a position where you're uncontested. Like here, you are fully contested. And now next wave, you cannot do anything. They're gonna like keep denying waves because you don't have HP. And now you try to jungle and you cannot. So when you think about it like this, do you think this is like NP's fault in any way? You don't really see it, right?
No.
We're just taking free damage again and again, which is costing us this lane. So kind of have a plan for the lane and play around it. Like for example here, right? We are pushing this wave in. Why do we need to push this wave in? If you push this wave in, the wave goes here, right? And then when the wave goes here, we will...
Well, I figured from that position, like, okay, I don't necessarily need to hit it there. But like if I pull it into the tower there, then the tower like takes it out a whole lot faster than I do.
Yeah, but you could just keep running here. This guy doesn't do much to you. But when you're gonna push it in, that's like worse. Because now the wave is gonna be stuck here. And you're gonna take damage for free. Again. I mean he's also pushing the wave in, so it's good for you. You need to go here. Yep. Okay. And you TP bottom. You have Ravage. Okay, fine.
Oh, I accidentally clicked on the portal.
Oh. That's a good Ravage. Where are you going? Oh.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked on that, and then like, of course, like you see the text, hey, and then like, somebody pops up a second ago and says like SS, like I didn't know. Honestly, like this is my bad here. Like I didn't know the hotkey for like canceling that.
Ah, I see. It's not a problem. This is not something that you know. This is not something that you improve on. This is just whatever. You don't really care about this. What we do care about is what's gonna happen right now. So you see this top tower being pushed into you, Medusa completely free, right? And now you don't have Ravage. So does your hero offer anything in team fights at this point?
No.
So what should you do? Should you walk bottom or should you just go top?
Probably go top, I guess.
Right? But you like walk all the way to bottom because you want to fight. But you need to understand that there's only a certain amounts of time where you can fight. What you're doing here is essentially wasting your time and playing like a support. You see this lane is constantly being pushed into you and your tower is dead. Why did that happen? Well, because we're bot. And you see like, okay, so you have conditions as this hero. There's certain timers that you play around. Like your TP to bot lane with Ravage is very good, but what you're doing right now is very bad. Because your hero doesn't do anything. Essentially, it's just like you could have been staying top and could have been just AFK farming. Your Vlads, and then your Blink, your Shard, whatever. So you need to kind of play greedy on the off lane. It's not like, oh, I just have to always be fighting. That's just not how it works. You get your Vlads as soon as possible. Like, your goal in the game is to keep farming and eventually try to take this tower. Open up the map for your team. And then you just, like, if something like whatever happened bot and you TP and you Ravage, it's good. Like, after Ravage, all you needed to do was, like, not click. If in case you don't click the portal, you take this one and you go back to your lane.
Okay.
And then, until you have Ravage again, you don't participate. That's just how it is. Like, right now, you have no net worth. That's the problem. This is net worth that you should be having at 10 minutes. Or even 9 minutes. Your hero is perfectly capable for that.
Yeah.
But that's not happening because we're just moving around too much. Like, right now, again, we're fighting. But we don't have Ravage. And it's just like, you might be thinking that if I don't join, my team's gonna lose or whatever, but here's another perspective that I'll give you. Another perspective is, if you join a fight without Ravage, you are kind of baiting your team if you think about it. Because in your bracket, no one knows what's going on. No one has any idea. They will just follow whatever's happening. So when you join this fight, they're kind of thinking that, okay, if Tide is here, maybe we can fight. Right? But Tide doesn't have Ravage. They don't know that. They don't know that Tide cannot fight. So they're just going to follow you and you're all going to die. Right? But if you play by the rules of the game, if you play very textbook, which is like, okay, no Ravage, I am nowhere near a fight. I don't care. If you have Shard Blink, then you can do all of this stuff. Because then you can just like, trap some guy. You don't need Ravage to do that. You can just do that with your Shard. But right now you don't have that, right? So your job in the game is just farm. Farm your items, and then just be doing what you're doing right now. So, ideally, it's just like, your main focus of the game is to keep farming, right? Like, I'm gonna keep farming, and if something happens somewhere where I can join by walking, if it's very near, or by TPing, I will do that. But apart from that, I'm not doing anything. I'm just playing. Like, right now, we don't need to walk all the way bottom. We don't have Ravage, we need to just go top, push this lane, and farm this part of the map. Because, obviously, sometimes you just have to give up some things in the game. Like, right now, you have 2 heroes dead. You don't have DK ult, you don't have Spectre ult, you don't have Tide ult. So if you guys try to force a fight, it's not gonna work. So what you need to do here is you need to push this wave in, push the next wave in, which pressures their tower. You farm these side camps. By that time, they're gonna take this tower, because you also have fortification, which is gonna buy you 8 seconds. Maybe more, because you're gonna kill this wave as well. Next wave is really far away. So you need to just like literally farm here. Like when you go here or do whatever, you're essentially just wasting your time. And the same thing is, everyone's doing the same exact thing as you. Literally, if you look at the CS count, everyone is doing the same exact thing as you. And if you just do it better than everyone else, of course you're gonna win. Like you see now, just like standing here, like we could have pushed this wave all the way here. And then when they see that the tower is being pressured, they will probably TP back, which buys us more time. If they don't TP back, this tower dies and the map opens up for us. At this point, we're just kind of like watching them. It's like we could be here with the TP, right? But we're not. And essentially, very good Ravage, whatever, it's good, very good. But you could do the same exact thing with the TP, right? If they go on someone, you can TP Ravage in. But what happens here is, if you just go back, so okay, that's like insane. Okay, so you're gonna farm this wave, right? So let's just look at something. So your net worth right now is 5.4k, and your CS is 70, right? So I see like one wave, another wave. This is like around 500 gold, maybe more. This is around another 150, 160. So that's like 660 gold that we could potentially farm, right? And from like 1810 till 1910, your net worth has not increased. It's only increased by 100. Whereas you could have farmed another wave here and double these camps again. So potentially what I'm saying is, in a minute you could have had like around 1,000 gold. which is a big deal, right? And you could farm that 1000 gold, and if they dive like they're diving right now, you could just TPA and ravage all of them. You could do the same exact thing, except that you could have more than that.
Okay.
So, from all of this, I think the two things that you absolutely... Like, right now, you guys have to go back. Why do we have to go back?
All of our resources are used.
Yeah, exactly.
Health is low, and...
Yeah, but if we just keep staying here, when our hero doesn't do anything, there's no point. Also, I feel like pipe is not necessary on this hero. Because you have other options. You have like this Deuce is gonna do physical damage. This is like magical damage, but you don't care that much. I think if you look at your lineup, you guys don't have anything to initiate fights, right? You guys have no blink on DK. You guys have no stun apart from DK and your Ravage, right? Spectre doesn't want to start the fight. She wants to like join. So if you buy a shard blink, you can essentially start fights on some hero like Silencer or Lion and just burst them. So sometimes you have to lay off the pipe. Like if you go on Pro Tracker or like I would go pipe if they have like a 5-man lineup that does a lot of magical damage, and on top of that we have catch apart from me. Like in this lineup you guys have no catch, and also like sometimes Mage Slayer is better than pipe. So versus like a hero like Timbersaw, right? Pipe doesn't do anything because pipe blocks magical damage. Timber does pure damage. So in that case, better than buying a pipe is buying a Mage Slayer because it reduces their damage if you just click them with your E. Okay. So you can go Vlad's, Mage Slayer, Blink Shard, or Shard Blink, whatever. Right? Rather than pipe. In some cases versus Leshrek, it's also very good. Lesh just does lower damage. I don't know why I'm searching Lesh in the shop, but whatever. So, but you get the idea, right? Like, but I think that is something that you can think about later. The biggest problem right now at the moment is your laning and how you scale. It's like you need to like really focus on that. I feel like Tide is a hero that farms giga fast, and you need to use that to your advantage. So for laning, the thing that you're doing very wrong is you're taking a lot of damage. You're taking an insane amount of damage for free. So the solution for that is keep aggroing the waves to a position where they cannot contest you. Aggro to a position where you will be uncontested. Which I feel like makes sense to you now since we went over it. If it doesn't, you can ask me questions.
Yeah.
Aggro to a position where you will be uncontested and comfortable, right? Don't put yourself in positions. So, you know how damage works in lanes? So, you see how your spell slows them and reduces their armor? So if you use this on someone who has a lot of creeps on them, it will do an insane amount of damage, right? Because you get external damage. Because they're slowed, lower armor, more heroes will hit them, more creeps will hit them. So similarly, if you jump them with a bunch of creeps on you, they can stun you, which makes you take more damage. So whenever there's a lot of creeps and you're trying to fight them and they have these type of spells, don't do it. Because you're just going to lose that trade always. Try to understand how trading works in the lane. If they have a lot of creeps and everything, don't try to trade with them because you're always going to lose that trade. No matter how tanky your hero is, it doesn't matter. And of course, starting items, stick is very important. You don't have to buy the full wand, right? You can just have a stick early on, keep using it. Like for example, in this lane, we were really low all the time. So in that case, we can just pop the stick if you have 10-6 charges to just get regen. So we can play the lane. Rather than buying the full wand and sticking with the 20 charges. And it's just like when your lane goes well, right? All you have to do is keep farming. Like you will naturally keep farming, and if something happens where you can TP to and press Ravage, sure. But if you don't have Ravage, don't bother joining fights. If you don't have your Shard and your Blink, don't bother joining fights. And try to understand that what your hero does and how you can do it well. It's the time you spend moving around trying to fight when your hero is incapable of doing that could be spent farming. And when that is spent farming, of course you will like win a lot of games. You will have a lot of items. Like the thing is you're having like a really bad game, right? Essentially a very, very bad game. But your net worth is like 8.5k, this Underlord is 11.1k. He's like only 15, not 15, like 2.5k gold ahead of you. So if you start doing these things, you're gonna be much, much higher. Your net worth is gonna be so high that you'll be like, okay, yeah, I am fully in control of this game. That is what you want to aim for. If you're stuck in a rut and want to really improve in Dota, I offer coaching packages that will help you improve significantly as they have for other students. I offer a coaching package that guarantees the Immortal rank for you. It is basically unlimited coaching till you reach Immortal. There's currently a huge sale going on. If you're interested, you can check it out at PainDota.com or join my Discord linked in the description. Other than that, I'll be doing a lot of pro analysis and educational content on my stream, so make sure to follow me on Twitch. Lastly, this analysis is from Dota Academy. You can check that out in the description as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope I was helpful.